For this video, we're going to talk about summation. And let me just introduce the notation first. So notation for the summation is this big sigma right here. And so for example, if I have a summation of, let's just do j right here. J will go from 1 to 5 and a of j. Now the j equal to 1, this is my start. So my start value or starting sequence, and for my j equal to 5 is going to be where I'm going to end. So if I have a j go from j go from 1 to 5, that means I'll have a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4 and plus a5. All right, so summation, adding them together. Or sometimes you may see the notation look like this. So I will have a j go from 1 to 5 aj. So both of them means the same. So both of them means a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4 plus a5. So now, for example, if I'm looking for summation, j go from 1 to 6 and the j square. So in this case right here, that means I'm going to have j equal to 1. So this is where I'm going to start. And then going to do j equal to 2, j equal to 3, j equal to 4, j equal to 5, and then j equal to 6. So it'll be 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 and plus 36, which is, I need to use calculator. So it'll be 1 plus 9 is 10. Well, maybe I don't need to calculate it. So 10 plus 20, which is 30. 30 plus 25 is 55. 55 plus 36 will give us 91 right here. All right, so that will be the answer for this one. And the next one here, let's see another example. So for example, if I have k will go from 4 to a, -1 to k's power. So then that will equal to -1 to the 4th power plus -1 to the 5 plus -1 to the 6 plus -1 to the 7 plus -1 to the 8th power. Now we know that negative to the even number powers, which is become positive, and 1 to the any power will equal to 1. So this will be 1. And this one right here will be -1. And then plus another 1, -1, plus 1. So 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. So your final answer right here will just equal to 1. So another summation right here is a little bit more complicated. So if I have i's go from 5 to a and then 3 times I right here. Now here are two options. Now your first option right here is just put I equal to 5 in there. So it'll be 3 times 5, 3 times 6, 3 times 7, and then 3 times 8. So this is one of your options. And then that will give you, using a calculator really quick. So that will be 15 plus 18 plus 21 plus 24. So this one right here gave us 78. All right, so that's one option. Another option right here, as you can see, we're going to have a 3 times 5, 3 times 6. So each term had a 3 right here. So you can factor out the 3, and then we got a 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. Now if I go back, that means I'm going to have a 3 times the summation. And I go from 5 to a and I. So then that will make my summation right here is actually equal to this. Equal to the 3 times the summation I go from 5 to a and I. So these two the same. So which means if you have summation of any constant term a times xi, now xi means some sequence right here, I go from 1 to n. So then this will just equal to a times the summation I go from 1 to n and then xi. All right, so these two will be the same. And then second thing right here is if you have two functions adding together. So for example, if I have still I go from 5 to 8, and then I'm going to have 3i plus 2i squared. So same thing, you're going to have two options. One option here, you can do 3 times 5 plus 2 times 5 squared. and plus 3 times 6 plus 2 times 6 squared plus 3 times 7 plus 2 times, 7 squared, and then plus 3 times a plus 2 times a squared. So this is one option, right? Put each number in the entire function. And then, but if you look at here now, find the similar term. So 3 times 5, 3 times 6, 3 times 7, and 3 times 8. And 2 times 5 squared, 2 times 6 squared, 2 times 7 squared, and 2 times 8 squared. If I recombine them, I will have 3 times 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 2 times 5 squared plus 6 squared plus 7 squared plus 8 squared. So which is going to equal to 3 times the summation. I go from 5 to 8, just going to be I, plus 2 times the summation. I go from 5 to 8 and I squared. So in another word, I can have summation. I go from 1 to n, axi plus byi, which is going to equal to a times summation of 1 to n xi plus b times the summation. I go from 1 to n yi. All right, so now for this question right here, now if you would like to try, you can try some practice problem right here. For example, I can do practice for first one. If I'm looking for a summation of 6j, and j will go from 5 to 7, right? Or the second one here, I can have summation 3j squared plus 2j cubed, and then j will go from 1 to 3, right? So if you would like to try these two questions, and then the answer, same thing, the answer will be in the description box, all right?